I got a cup of coffee. I'm shooting very early in the morning before I go out. Let's start with the build quality. The quality of the components looks very nice and good quality, fit and finish. The cabinet, it's apparently a vinyl wrap MDF, and it's a little lively when you knock it. So it's pretty much same as the JBL. And the black ash finish is really nice, beautiful vinyl finish with the wood grain on it, and then it feels very solid. This one has the aluminum floor standing feet on it, so build quality is very good. There I have nothing bad to say about fit and finished. And then terminal seems to be a decent quality as well. And a few things I want to say is a titanium driver is the newly designed driver that they uses, and these 8-inch cerametalle woofers apparently same as the RP-8000F. Overall build quality is very good. So I'm gonna share a little bit of a setup tip that I had experienced. So if I started out like this, Klipsch RP-8000F speakers are like well spread out. They don't sound really that great in this room. So best thing is I found out put the speakers where the JBLs are. So where I had the JBL Studio 590s, that's how I audition and do the demonstration of the sound demo of the speakers. So that's where they sound the best. It's just a little tip. So sound quality. Sound quality is best sound quality in the Klipsch affordable lineup. This one is probably the best I have ever heard from the Klipsch floor standing speakers in this price range. Totally well balanced top to bottom with the great dynamic range and punch and kick that are very hard to match for other speakers in this price range, because I was able to get bass down all the way to like 32, and tonally male vocals I like it better than JBL Studio 590s. Maybe female vocals I like JBL better because more natural. I was able to bring out my old like Southern Rocks CDs and play them and enjoy them. And tonally, I would say very accurate, and musically very enjoyable. Probably one best sound in the Klipsch lineup, or in other words, richest highs in the Klipsch lineup that I had experienced. If I don't have the JBL Studio 590s, I will keep this one. That's how much I like them, because they are great with anything that you throw at them, unless you give them a very poor recording. So it will get bright and edgy. Most impressive thing is like give them decent amplifier, play the sound, they sounds great. My biggest Klipsch turn off was like highs that I have experienced in the past, like the bright highs that really turn me off, but not this one. This one is just very accurate sounding, tonally rich, and probably best mid-range out of Klipsch speakers in general. Another thing that I would like to say is, if you're going to buy $2,000-$3,000 speakers, I would suggest you to try Klipsch RP-8000F, because it may change your mind. So highs of the speakers, tonally accurate, more meat around musical notes, and more weightier, and I should say easier words, maybe like richer sounding highs than they used to be. It's not like super forward high, or like it may have a little bit of a smiley face sound signature to it. So highs are tonally richer with good separations and tonally accurate. It's not bright. Overall, it's very well balanced sound. It may not have like a transparency and detail like JBL drivers. JBL is more transparent and more space between the instruments, instrument separations and transparency definitions are better on JBL. Still a very good instrument separation with the very detailed sounding highs that this guy produced, this RP-8000F. So which is really good thing for me. Then a mid-range. Mid-range I will give like 4.5 stars. Vocals, drum notes, saxophones. I mean, all the most instruments and vocals in the mid region sounds great and tonally very accurate and very rich sounding. It's not recessed. It may be like a little, like I said, a little smiley face thing, but good balance to it. And the male vocals are better than JBL Studio 590 on RP-8000F. Female vocals, Studio 590 is much better, more natural, more accurate. But male vocals, this guy is a killer. Oh, James Hetfield, Axl Rose, the vocals are like killer. It's like I feel like I'm back in the live concert. And also, Alan Jackson, he sounds beautiful. It's like I experienced in the venue. The male vocals are better, are really good. Female vocals are pretty good, but not in the class leading level. That's how I would say. Other instruments in the mid area is pretty good. Lower mids to upper bass region, I should say. That region maybe need a little bit more definition for me. From upper bass to lower mids region, I would love to hear a little bit more definition, a little bit more instrument separations. Probably a lot of people may not have that notice between that region. I would love to hear more definition. Otherwise, the mids, like instruments, vocals, everything sounds great. And then next thing is bass performance. Bass performance, probably this is one of the best in the price range. Very simple. Because when I was watching movies, I was also measuring, and without subwoofer or anything, I was able to get all the way down to like 32 hertz in this room, 14 by 20 with the one side opening. It can go deep, it can get loud, it can give you a sound pressure level that you want in the bigger rooms without even need of the subwoofer. That's how good bass performance is. So if I have to compare bass performance of JBL Studio 590s to this one, JBL Studio 590 have more definition in the lower region. It goes deep as well, but with the cleaner notes and more definition. So overall, I would love to hear a little bit more definitions and a little bit more cleaner bass performance out of these speakers. So comparing RP-8000F to Studio 590s, Studio 590s will produce cleaner bass response, more definitions of each notes, and a bit faster and a bit tighter. That's how they sound differently, but still very great sounding, well balanced top to bottom. Overall package is great. Up until now, I was never a big fan of a Klipsch horn drivers in general, but this one really changed my mind, honestly. And if I don't have a JBL Studio 590s, this will be my speaker of choice for now. That's my experience with this RP-8000F speaker. So if you have to choose these two speakers, because you can get JBL Studio 590s for similar price, when they go on sales. It depends on you, but the sound quality is really good because I choose JBL 590s over, like, I was auditioning SVS Prime and Wafty Diamond 240. So I was auditioning 3 floor standing speakers, and I end up getting the JBL Studio 590s for me because overall tonally accurate and good balance sound, like really good speakers. You just give them a really good amplifier, they will sound like $5,000 speakers. I may be selling the Studio 590s because I don't like the size and weight of the speakers. But if I don't sell it, I have future plans, like I'm gonna be redoing inside the cabinets because this cabinet is pretty lively. So I'm gonna dampen it, I'm gonna reinforce it, and then I might be refinishing the front end. And then also I was thinking, this is like a Beauty and the Beast kind of comparison. So this one looks very nice and attractive and beautiful looking speakers, and it's cream for like high end look. And this one is like a beast. Hey, don't look at me kind of thing. So this one, well, but the sound is beautiful. It's overall tonally softer than the Klipsch, and a lot of audiophiles don't have a lot of respect on like these speakers like JBL Studio 590s or Klipsch RP series. A lot of audiophile things they are like home theater speakers. They are actually good all around speaker, not like audiophile speaker that cater certain sound. Okay, this speaker is good for like jazz or classical, like audiophile will say. So these are not that kind of speakers. These are not specialty cater to one genre or a few genre of music. These will sound great with any music. Oh, by the way, throw a really good classical music, they will outperform many speakers. I will tell you that. Good thing that I didn't forget to mention. If you're a classical music fan, throw them your favorite music. These will give you a concert hall like soundstage with the full authority. If you crave about more lower end organ notes, give them a really nice sub. Then that's it. You have a killer system, probably a best sounding, best performing for your music. So yeah, that's my experience with these speakers. So what kind of amplifier would you like to pair with these speakers? Any amplifiers, I will say. $50 amplifier to as much as you can afford. Even like $50 Class D amp that you can get on Amazon will sound great. The nature of a high sensitivity rating, especially a Klipsch RP-8000F, like 98 dB of sensitivity. So meaning you can drive them with 10 watts tube amplifier, no problem. It will sound very beautifully. So who would I recommend to use these speakers? If you are very much into music listening, but you don't want subwoofer, you don't want to spend a lot of money on amplifier, if you want to play with the two channel, very simple, basic music listening system. Okay, if you don't listen to the component, if you don't listen to the brand name, so if you are that kind of person, get these speakers. They will sound great with decent quality amp. You don't have to spend whole bank account on two channel audio system. Let's say this one is retail current price is $1,200, and give them a $500-$600 two channel amplifier like Marantz. I think Marantz will match really well with the this guy, Marantz PM series. Riga's like Brio R, I think. Yeah, those little shoebox size amp, all like, yeah, I can only mention what I experienced. Oh, so they will sound beautifully, and then you don't have to spend a lot of money. Maybe Riga, maybe like $1,000, somewhere around in that region. But Marantz, I think uh, the cheaper one is like $500-$600, somewhere in that region. They will sound beautifully. Or like $600 average receiver. Just use it as a two-channel amplifier. It will sound great. If you're gonna choose a receiver, I will use anything from like Marantz, Denon, Onkyo, Yamaha. They will sound great, and they have a lot of features as well, like streaming and this and that and all the stuff. But average receiver like $400-$500 receivers. I'm just only giving a recommendation in the ballpark region, so everybody may have a different taste in music. My conclusion is, if you're into music, if you're not picky about the brand, if you're not picky about appearance and look, these two speakers either or won't go wrong. It will never go wrong in quality of the sound. And Klipsch looks nicer. And then this one look beastier. So this is mine. This is the my one of my subscriber speaker. So I I will highly recommend any of these speakers if you can, if you are into big floor standing speakers, and if you are looking for good sound pressure level to fill your room. But I don't think they will work really well in like 10 by 10 room. It will overload the room, but decent sized room like we have like 14 by 20 or 14 by 16 or whatever, that kind of room, these will work beautifully. Even bigger room, they will sound great. And oh, one thing, the watching movies with these guys, they will sound great. And the conversation dialogues are clean and clear, very easy to understand. And the special effects sounds great, although I'm only using a two channel, and it has a good impact and all the special effects and a very like realistic feeling. So overall, I will highly recommend these speakers over many other speakers, even up to like $3,000-$4,000 speakers. The RP-8000F will give them run for their money, because you should try it. Serious. That's very serious advice. Before you go out and spend $3,000-$4,000 on the floor standing speakers, give these guys a try. That's my sincere advice, because they sounds great. So highly recommended. Good quality speakers, good quality sound from great American brand. Beautiful to look, nicely finished, design and nicely executed the layout and design of the speakers. So highly recommended speakers. Thank you for watching, and please look for our future reviews and support this channel by using affiliated links if you're gonna buy the speakers. It helps me going doing the more review like these. And please like and subscribe my videos, and thank you for watching.